that, do you know that a woman can become pregnant while still seeing her menses? Is it possible? Everything and how a woman can become pregnant while still seeing her menses, everything I have discussed it in this very video. Hello my wonderful viewer, thank you for joining me today on this channel. If this is the first time of meeting me, my name is Dr. Chidebereze, and on this channel we discuss about health issues, importance of exercising, and other pressing issues within the community. So today we are answering a question: how can I calculate my safe period? This is a question put forward some time ago by one of my viewers. How to calculate her safe period if her menses is irregular. There are some ladies, their menstrual pattern fluctuates. So in those people, how can they calculate their safe period? And then how can they know their unsafe period? This video will help you concerning this matter and how to calculate your safe and unsafe period as well. Then I want to appreciate all my subscribers. All of you, you guys are wonderful. I appreciate every one of you, and I want to plead with you, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe at this point in time, and then remember to turn on your notification button so that anytime I post any videos concerning any health issues, you'll be able to get my videos, as well as help me to share my videos. Remember also to drop any of your comments, any of your questions, anything that is confusing you. Drop your questions. Thank you so much as we go on to discuss this. Thank you, and you're welcome. Thank you so much. So for you to calculate your normal cycle or your safe period and unsafe period, there are some basic things I want you to understand. You have to understand what is normal. Then from there, we can now go to what is abnormal. Most women, they are going to fall into this category here, which is normal menstrual cycle. And most of them will have what is called an interval of 21 to 40 days cycle. That is normal thing. And then some of them will be on the average of 28 days. This is just normal thing that usually happens in most women. They usually have what is called 28-day cycle. So if you have 28-day cycle, it means that you are on the average. But there are some people that their own will be fluctuating between 21 days to 40 days. Some may have 28 days now, maybe in the next 1 month they will have a 26, some may have 24, sometimes it may fluctuate to 30 cycles. So these are the people why we are making this video, so that they will know how to calculate their safe period and unsafe period, so that they will also know when to meet their husband or their partner in order to become pregnant, or when to meet and not to be pregnant. That is the essence of this video. Now, if you have this normal cycle, you should have, on a normal, you should have what is called 2 to 7 days flow. That is normal thing. So if your flow is beyond, yes, your menstrual flow, when you start seeing your menses, is beyond 7 days, it means that there is an underlying problem. So you have to go and see your doctor. That is the idea. Then you should use about 3 to 5 pads per day if you are seeing your menses. So it is shown by yours using more than 5 pads in a day, or you are changing one pad more than 2 times in 2 hours, it means there is a problem. Do you understand? So, and then you should not lose more than 330 to 180 ml of blood for each cycle. And then there are other symptoms that you should not. For instance, you should not be dizzy when you are seeing your menses. If you are having dizziness, that feeling like you want to faint or weak, excessively weak during your menses, it means there is also a problem. Now, moving forward to calculation of when to meet your husband or your partner and not to be pregnant. That is the essence of this calculation we have here. So say for instance, you have a 28-day cycle. What you are going to do is that in order for you to know when to be unsafe, or that's your unsafe period and your safe period, you say that your 28-day cycle minus 18, that will give you 10. So your unsafe period starts from the 10th day of your cycle. Remember that your cycle starts from day 1. Your day 1 in your cycle starts from the day you start seeing your menses. Your day 1 from the day of your menses is your day 1. So on the day 10th of your menses, assuming you have what is called 28-day cycle, it means that day 10th is unsafe. So from day 9 to that day of your menses is safe period for you. So you can have sex within that period and then you'll not be pregnant. But from the day 10th to the period I'm going to discuss further now, is unsafe period. Now if you say 10, that is from 10 to 9 is unsafe period. Now if you say 10 plus 4, that will give you your date of ovulation. So your date of ovulation, of course, is the peak point of time that you meet your husband and you are likely going to be pregnant. Do you understand? So it's still unsafe period. Then if you now say that 10 plus 4 plus 5, that will give you 19th. That is 19th day. So 19th day of your cycle now is your safe period. So from 19th till you start seeing your menses again is your safe period, assuming you have what is called regular cycle. What I mean by regular cycle in this sense is if you have what is called 28-day cycle. Then what of people that have what is called irregular menses? What of some ladies that have irregular menses? Their menstrual cycle is not one pattern. So they may have 28 days, sometimes they have 26, sometimes they may have 22, and sometimes they may even have what is called 30-day cycle. What you are going to do in order to know when you're going to be safe during your cycle is to calculate your menses over 6 months. So for each day, for each month, you must know your cycle, the length of your cycle for the past 6 months. Now, if you have done that, you will now choose the lowest of it. For instance, if you have seen your menses if your menses for the past 6 months ranges from, let me say, 24 to 30 days. So this 24 is the lowest length of your menses. Do you understand? This 24 now becomes the lowest day of your menses. So this is the 24. This 24 or the shortest period of your menses is what you are going to use to calculate your safe and unsafe period. Now, what do we do in this instance? What do we do? What we do is that we say 24 minus 18. That will give us what? That will give us 6. So from the 6th day of your cycle is your unsafe period. So 6 is unsafe. Is unsafe period. 6th day of your cycle is unsafe period. Now, if you now say that 6 plus 4, it becomes your ovulation date. So if your menstrual cycle is not constant, you should use your shortest cycle in the last 6 months to calculate your ovulation period, and that will help you to know when you're going to conceive, and that will also help you when you're going to meet your partner in order to be safe, that is not becoming pregnant. Do you understand? So we have done this one. The next thing you're going to do is that if you now say 6 plus 4 plus 5, that will now give you your safe period. So what it gives us is 15th. So that is 15th. From your 15th day of your cycle, in this instance, assuming your menstrual cycle shortest period in last 6 months is 24. From the 15th day of your cycle becomes your safe period until you start seeing your menses again. So this is what you should understand in this cycle. Now, what of people that have, some ladies that have let me say 21-day cycle? There are some ladies that have 21-day cycle. How can they know their safe period or when they are going to ovulate? If you have 21-day cycle, that is as your shortest period in the last 6 months, you say 21 minus 18. That will give us 3. So the 3rd day of your menstrual cycle is your unsafe period. So it means you are going to only be safe within that period is 1 to 2. That is from day starting your menses to the 2nd day. That is, these are the occasions whereby a lady may be seeing her menses and still become pregnant. This is the situation where it can happen. Why she's seeing her menses and she becomes pregnant? Because she doesn't know that she has already ovulated. For instance, let me give you an instance now. Now, moving on, if you say 3 plus 4, that will give us 7. So this kind of person may still be having her menses. Meanwhile, she has already ovulated. So if she meets a man while she's still seeing her menses, maybe so on the 4th day, or on the 5th day, she is likely going to become pregnant. Do you understand? So you see that this is an unsafe period. So from the 3rd day is unsafe period for the person, because the person is going to ovulate on this 7th day of the cycle. Again, the woman has what is called 21-day cycle. Do you understand? Now, if you now say 7 plus 5, that will give us 12. So from the 12th day of her cycle becomes also her safe period. Do you understand? So that is essence of this video, so that we can progress and understand some of these things concerning menstrual cycle, when to meet and when not to meet. So with this, we have come to the conclusion of our discussion, and I want to thank you, and I wish you will help me to share this video so that other people can also learn about this.